Yo, RX back with another breakdown, and it's the last one of this 11 fight in a row, 11 cards in a row or something. Months, about what, 2 months? Oh yeah, we got Holly, Home, and Ketlin, card this week. We got nothing next week. But we're gonna enjoy the most of this week's cards because next week's gonna suck ass. But you know, it is what it is. To recap last week's card real quick, Blakovic and Rakic. You know how I do these. Quick little go say the fight, say what I saw, and that's get it? Cool. Petrosky and Maxwell. Fuck, Petrosky is good. Tatsua and Carlos Candelario. That Taylor kid looks good. Janjaroba and Hill pretty much went how I expected. Michael Johnson, Alan Patrick, good to see MJ back in the winning column. Aryujo and Lee, banger. Torres, Hadley and Nascimento. Hadley sucks. Torres and Camacho went pretty much how I expected. Shukagian and Rebus. I think Rebus won that fight, but it was very close. Grant and Smoke Up should have KO'd him sooner. Spam and Kutilaba, impressive by Spam, very. Blakovic and Rakic, sucks to see an injury like that. So that's that. That was last week's card. Yeah. That was Blakovic and Rakic. We got Holly and Ketlin this week. And yeah, not much more to say before I get into the video. 100 subs so by the end of the year. And as always, let's get into this. I don't like long intros. Baby. 2 minutes, damn, that's long. But I had to talk about last week's card. Let's talk about this week's card, and we start off with a fucking joke of a fight. Elise Reed versus Sam Page Hughes. Ugh. Gross. This is the worst fight the UFC has booked since Mike Jackson and Dean Barry. This might be better, honestly. So, why did they book this? 2 garbage fighters who somehow won a fight now fighting each other. Someone is gonna be on a 2-fight winning streak after this. Ugh. I'm not gonna go in depth in them. Elise Reed's 1-1 in the UFC. Her debut got completely murdered by Sijara Eubanks. And then in London, she knocked off Corey McKenna. Impressive win there, not gonna lie. Beating a nice prospect like that. For Sam Hughes, she started off in UFC 0-3, Tisha Torres, Luma Lukbumi, and Luana Pinheiro. Then she finally did get a winner the last fight against Estela Nunes, who sucks. Elise, fine on the feet, decent ground, I guess. Sam, about the same. They're a lot the same fighter, just I think one's clearly better. I think the one that's clearly better is Elise Reed. Got the better win. Fuck. I think Elise is way better. Personally, maybe, if you're picking fucking, Sam Hughes, I don't know how, but, good luck with that. Yeah, I really don't know how you can't pick Elise Reed here. So, it's making me bored. Yeah. Yeah, you know how it is, my guys. So, yeah. Betting out the Elise Reed, minus 150, plus 125. Sure, I don't think it really matters. No one's betting this fight. If you do, you're fucking insane. And, yeah, I'm going Elise Reed by decision. She showed you to be the better fighter like I think she is. So, yeah, Elise Reed by decision. About 60% confident. So, yeah. After that, the fighter I'm most hyped to see on this card, because he's a beast and the underdog, I guess. Chase the Dream Hooper versus Felipe Cockboca Colares. Let's talk about the Dream. We all know what you're getting. Everyone knows what you get with Chase. If you get very subpar grappling with very good, subpar striking with very good grappling. That's what I meant to say. He's very skinny, so he obviously doesn't have a lot of power in his hands, so he kind of has to wrestle. Now, in his 2 UFC wins, a ground and pound win against Daniel Tamer, I remember that was pretty good. And then Peter Barrett by heel hook, that was a complete luck, but really good. And his 2 L's, he just got dominated by Alex Caceres and Steven Peterson. Not terrible people to lose to, but he didn't look great in those fights. Like I said, Chase is 2-2 in UFC. He kind of needs this win. Like, even if he does lose, he won't get cut, but I feel like he kind of gets closer to being cut because I feel like he's on very thin ice with the UFC, because like, all 4 of his fights have been on a pay-per-view prelim. So for him to only be 2-2 and they keep giving him these very good slots, it's like, yeah, you gotta win, dude. Yeah. And for the opponent, Felipe Colares, in his last fight, he lost to Chris Gutierrez in a fight I really don't remember. Weirdly, I very remember. Ah, fuck. Yeah, Felipe is 2-3 in the UFC, beating Luke Sanders and Domingo Plate, losing to Granado Del Freitas, Montel Jackson, and Chris Gutierrez. The last 2 L's not bad. You kind of know what you're getting with him. You're getting a lot, you're getting a lot of the same stuff you're getting with Chase. Like, you're not getting much striking, but you're getting a lot of wrestling. So he is gonna play, and they're gonna play into each other's strength, but who's gonna be able to win with their strengths? So this fight is gonna be a grappling match. I highly doubt they turn into strikers here. If they do, then Chase's striking is getting better. He is training with Wonderboy Thompson, so, but how much is that really gonna help at like so early in your career? So, the betting odds do have Felipe minus 160 plus 140. Honestly, I'd have it probably near even, if not, well, even, because I think that you could really split this. You could say, you could make the case for Felipe being the better grappler, you can make the case for Chase being the better grappler, you can make the case for Chase to have the better hands, you can make the case for really anything in this fight. So I think the odds should be 115 apiece. And that being said, I am biased, and Chase Hooper is my boy, so I gotta go chase him. I think he will be able to be the better grappler. I do think, if I had to say who I think better chance of getting a sub, I would definitely say Chase. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm going Chase Hooper by decision. I think it will be a drag out fight, and gonna show if Chase is really worthy of being in the UFC or not. So, yeah, I'm going to Dream by decision, first underdog of the night. Wait, 10 minutes in. Why am I so fucking tired? Okay, 10 minutes in, and we're already on our 3rd fight. This might be a quicker breakdown than usual. Next fight of another fighter I'm a fan of, Jonathan Dragon Martinez versus Vince Vendetta Morales. Let's talk about the Dragon. You already know what you're getting with Jonathan Martinez. When he fights, you're getting very crisp striking. You're just getting an all-around great striker. He's a very clean striker. Like, he's honestly top 15 striker in bantamweight, and in bantamweight, yeah, you gotta be real good to be doing, to say that there. So, yeah. He is 6-3 in the UFC. Only those are to Andre Soccer Mom, Andre Ewell, David Grant. David Grant, one can't get mad at. Ewell, Soccer Mom, not great. His best win, probably his last one against Perez. I remember he completely dominated him, like completely wiped the floor with him. So, yeah. Like I said, what you're getting with Jonathan Martinez is very, very, very good striking. So, he's very rarely in a boring fight. And for his opponent, Vince Morales, I guess you can say kind of the same for him. Like, he's a decent striker. Like, he's also been in UFC. I mean, he is 4-3. Oh no, sorry, he is 3-3 in the UFC. My bad. His L's: Song Yadong, Brent Ito Lopez, and Chris Gutierrez. The Gutierrez fight, he literally just could not walk anymore. His leg just got that fucked up. Song Yadong, how you can't be mad to losing to Song Yadong. It's Song Yadong. Song Yadong's a gangster. His wins are not much to write home about. Draco Rodriguez, Luis Smoka, like, are those really great wins? No. No. He's good. Like, I think, in a way, I think he's like a lamer Jonathan Martinez. Like, he's fine striking, but I think Martinez is easily the better striker by a mile. I don't know how anyone could try to dispute that. Yeah. The betting odds do have Jonathan Martinez minus 200 to plus 170. I don't think I would have him that high. I think I'd have Jonathan Martinez about minus 175 to plus 150. I think he should be the favorite, but I don't really see him hitting 200. Maybe just me. I do think he's gonna win this fight, but I don't know if I would put a minus 200 price tag on him. I'm just trying to find some betting odds for other fights. Don't mind me. Yeah, I think Martinez should probably win this fight. Yeah, I don't see how he like, unless he gets clipped again, which that chin is very suspect at times, but you know, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? He doesn't. It's hard to hit him, so yeah. Well, Jonathan Martinez by decision. I could see a knockout, but probably a decision. Yeah, I'm trying to find those odds. Kind of fucked my thinking out. But next fight on the card, Omar Venezuelan fighter Morales versus Euros the Doctor Medic. Very good fight here. I've been saying this all week about this card. This card's not great main event wise or first fight wise, but if you look in the middle of that, think of it like a burger. You got the two buns, but then everything in the middle is great. Like, you got guys with pretty much every fight on this card has a name on it, so, yeah. Let's talk about Omar Morales. He is 3-2 in the UFC. Wins, not great. Losses, Giga Chikadze and Jonathan Pierce, not very respectable guys to be losing to. Can't get mad at losing to a top featherweight and a guy who's looking like he could be. So, yeah. He's 36, Omar, so he's getting up there in age. His gas tank doesn't seem to be, like, the greatest. Like, if I remember that Pierce fight, I think it went to round 2, and he just didn't look great. I remember going to that Giga fight, he was hyped as shit, and then after Giga completely wrecked him, almost killed him, he's really not been shit, so, yeah. And now to talk about the Doctor, Euros Medic. The thing you will hear in every breakdown of a Euros Medic fight, he's never been out in the first round, and what if his gas tank's just really good, and then we just never got to see it? I think that he's never been out the first round. Is that fucking an insult? That, like, can you really fucking talk down to that? He's very good and he can get done early. I think it's kind of stupid. Everyone says, oh, we can't get out. How will we look in the first round? He'll probably gas. Now the fuck do you know? Your guess is as good as mine. Sorry about that. Euros is 1-1 in the UFC, beating Alon Cruz and losing to Jalen Turner. Can't get mad at that loss. Taking his first L, how's he gonna look coming off his first L? Will he be more motivated? Will he be a little shell shocked? I think he'll probably be motivated. I think he knows he needs to get this win now. And maybe, hell, if he wants, if he does make to round 2, I think he might be happy, because I think he can finally show I could fight later in these rounds, man. Like, I don't know. Every breakdown you watch of this guy's fight, we don't know about his gas tank, and so. What if his gas tank's good? If it's bad, okay, it's bad. What if it's good? Speculating is fucking pointless, I think. So, yeah. The betting odds you have Omar Morales, 155 to plus 130. I don't get it. Personally, I don't get it. I would probably move Euros. I'd probably have it near even. Yeah, probably 115. Because the big question is, if Euros doesn't finish in the first, because Omar ain't, let's be honest. If Euros can finish it in the first, it can't finish it in the first, what does he look like in a later round? That's the question. And I think the betting odds should match that by a near even. If live betting wise, Omar shoots up to -2 if round 2 starts, okay, you're an idiot, but okay. But, yeah. That being said, I am gonna take another dog, second dog of the night. I'm taking Euros Medic here. I think he could take this. I do think he should and could take this. He's 7 years younger. He's maybe less experienced, but I think he can take this fight. So, yeah. I am gonna go Euros Metric here, and you would think I'm gonna go knockout, but kind of just to shut everyone up, I want to go decision, and I hope he does win by decision. Just so every breakdown's not fucking about his gas tank. It's so annoying. Every breakdown's about the dude's gas tank. Oh lord. But I'm going Euros Medic by decision. Will I ever pick a finish on this card? No. Yeah. But yeah, Euros Medic by decision. Next fight, not gonna waste much time on this because it's probably the easiest fight I've picked all year. Parker Porter versus Jolton Maldilo Almeida. I feel bad for Parker Porter because he's about to fucking die. This Almeida kid looks like he could be a champion. He looks like he's the next big thing. Parker Porter, yeah, 3-fight winning streak somehow. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, this Almeida guy's gonna kill him in the first round. Lock of the night, easily. It's betting odds -700. I would have him -9. Yeah, this Almeida kid's gonna win. There's no question in my mind. This Almeida guy's winning. So, yeah, Almeida's gonna win easily. Lock of the night. I think everyone's lock of the night. If anyone on earth is picking Parker Porter, you're high. So, I'm going Jolton Almeida knockout in the first, and that's that. And now the featured prelim. I don't know why this is the featured prelim, to be honest, but whatever. Joseph Ugly Man Holmes versus Alan Omadowski. And we've not seen this Alan guy for 2 years. Let's talk about Ugly Man Holmes. In his UFC debut, coming in on short notice against Jamie Pickett, he looked fine. Like, if you remember that fight, Holmes looked fine for a guy stepping in on short notice. He stepped in on, like, I think a week or so notice. I think he looked fine. For how he was against a guy like Pickett, who's fine, he looked fine. So yeah, his gas tank wasn't amazing. I remember he was gassed halfway through the second, but again, short notice. And yeah, not much to go off of as of right now with him, but one fight against a guy like Pickett, not bad. For Armordowski though, yeah, it's not looking great. He was very hyped when he got signed 3 years ago, and then he got wrestle fucked by Krzysztof Jotko. And then he got knocked out flat by John Phillips. Yeah, shit went downhill for him quick. He went from super hyped to super gone. Like, if he does not win this, he's getting cut. If he does not win this, he's gonna get released. Like, so, and I don't think he's gonna win this, so. The betting odds do have Jonathan Holmes -200 plus 165. I think -180 would be fine for Holmes. I think that 200 spot is questionable. Very, very questionable in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna go Jonathan Holmes by decision, but I don't think -200 is the way to go. I think he will win this. He'll wrestle Armordowski like crazy to a win. But I don't know if I would say 200. We've not seen a lot of the kid, so yeah. Those are the prelims. Fine prelims, but this main card is actually very, very good. Which, what are we, about 22 minutes? 25, love it. So let's start out with the first main card fight. Eric Yaboy Anders versus John the Iron Turtle Young Park. Let's start with Yaboy. Yaboy. Eric Anders in his last fight did lose to Andre Muniz. Can't get mad at that. He's been in UFC a hot minute. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 4 and 6, so he needs this one. And doesn't even have that good of wins. His best win is Gerald Meerschaert. But if you look at all his losses, Machida, Santos, Cedaro, Roundtree, Jocko, Muniz. Every one of those guys has a name. They're not nobodies. So it's not like he's losing to garbage fighters, just he's losing. He's just losing, which is not what you're meant to be doing, man. Your boy's losing. So yeah, the thing around, he's good, just he's very inconsistent, it seems, or he's just very inconsistent against good fighters. And then to talk about Jun Young Park, he is 3-2 in the UFC. He lost to Fluffy Hernandez and Gregory Rodriguez in the last fight in a war, but he does have wins over Marc-Andre Barriou, John Phillips, and Tefon Nchukwi, where he dominated him badly. Park's a swinger, man. He will wrestle or he will swing with you. He does not care. He's a swinger, man. He swings for the fucking fences. That Gregory Rodriguez fight, go rewatch it. It's insane. That fight's a banger, super banger. What you're getting with Anders is more of a calculated fighter. What you're getting with Park is more of a fuck it, whatever works, I'm doing fighter. If I have to swing and bang, we're gonna swing and bang. Or if we have to fucking wrestle, we're gonna wrestle. Yeah. The betting odds are kind of insane here. I really badly don't agree. Minus 220 for Jun Young Park, plus 180 for Eric Anders. Why? How? Does Park stand up to all those guys that Anders has lost to? No, I don't think he's in that level of Jocko, Muniz, Machida at the time. So it's like, why the fuck is this guy minus 220? I think Anders should be the favorite, and I think it should be about minus 140. This fight's very. I remember when I looked at this fight last week, I was like, damn, this is a hard fight to pick. I think Anders should be the favorite, just looking, because he doesn't lose to bad fight. Even he will beat Darren Stewart or GM3. So what does that tell you? I think Anders should be minus 140 to plus 125. I think Anders should win. I don't think there's any question. Anders should probably win this. I think he is the better fighter. I think he's the smarter fighter. I just think all around he should win. So yeah. I'm going Eric, ya boy, Anders by, wow, shocker, decision. So yeah, your boy by decision. We got some more females, and honestly the best female fight on the card. Let that sink in. Poliana Dama Di Ferroviana versus Tabitha Baby Shark Ricci. Yeah, it was probably the best female fight on the card. Is that saying much? No. It's really not, but you know. Yeah. Looking at we'll talk about Polyana first. 3-3 in the UFC. Losses: JJ Autochana Cyphers, Rihanna Mikado. And then wins: Emily Whitmire, Mallory Martin, etc. Though she's beating cans and kind of even losing to some Hannah Cyphers. You lost to fucking Hannah Cyphers. You suck ass. Yeah, Pollyanna is not that good. She really ain't great as a fighter. Like I said, you lost to Hannah Cyphers. Really? Hannah Cyphers. Bruh. Sorry about that. Some of these odds are just not showing. Yeah. Yeah. Pollyanna sucks. To talk about the baby shock in the UFC top 3, she is 1-1, and her debut got completely fucked up by Manon Fiorot when she did come in on short notice. I'll give Ricci this, she has a chin for days, because she got punched in it a lot and did not go down. Well, she went down, not out. And then in her second fight on a full camp against Marina Oliveira, she looked good. Like, she looked good. And she looked very good. Why would these odds not? Yeah, she looked good against someone like Marina Oliveira. You should be looking good. Marina Oliveira sucks ass. She's like Pollyanna bad. So Ricci should be looking good against someone like that, and should be looking good in this fight where she's probably gonna win because Pollyanna is ass. So yeah. Betting odds have Ricci a slight favorite, minus 125 to plus 105. I agree. I would have Ricci minus 130, 135, a little higher of a favorite. So Ricci should win this. I don't know how she doesn't. Pollyanna sucks badly. Hannah Cyphers and Dan Hardy's girl, who's literally just looks. Davis Ricci by decision. Easy. Last 3 fights on the card will be about 3-2. Love it. Next fight, I have another fighter I like on this card. Chidi Bang Bang and Jokowani versus Dusko Sunder Todorovic. Let's talk about Chidi Bang Bang. Chidi Bang Bang. He had a very good first fight on the Contender Series, and then in his UFC debut, he had as perfect of a debut as you can have. 16-second overhand knockout against Marc-Andre Barriault. Like, it's almost as perfect of a finish as you can get. Like, it's as perfect of a it's as perfect of a debut as you can get almost. Like 16 seconds, didn't take a punch, and easily won against a guy like Andre Barriault, who's very subpar. Not bad. Now talk about the biggest head in MMA, Dusko Todorovic. He is 2-2 in the UFC, beating Daquan Townsend and Maki Patolo, but did lose to Punahele Soriano and Gregory Rodriguez. I think I said this in the last Dusko Todorovic fight breakdown. He's the most annoying fighter to watch if you're picking him, or even if you're picking against him, because you just don't know what he's gonna fucking do. He fights so stupidly. He has awful fight IQ, no chin, but he leaves it open, easily hit. He's just stupid. He's just stupid as a fighter, swear to God. He's just a stupid fighter. So, he's just stupid. And that's why I'm going Chitty Bang Bang by knockout in the first. I think maybe it's not 16 seconds, but fuck it. I think he knocks out Big Head. Like I said, Dusko's just a stupid fighter in every sense of the word. So yeah, Chitty Bang Bang knockout in the first. Let's go. After that, we got the co-main, really the main, because the main sucks. Santiago Argentinian Dagger Ponzinibbio versus Michelle Demolitor Piera. Let's talk about Santiago Ponzinibbio. In his last fight, he looked awful against Geoff Neal. Ever since his return, he's 1-2. He looked bad against the Leech, looked back in prime form against Miguel Baeza, and then looked terrible against Geoff Neal. I won't even talk about his run before fucking injuries and all that. Just the last 3 fights I think matter since that was recent, because the last fight before that was 2018. So yeah, he's been very inconsistent looking. Like I said, Leech and Geoff Neal, he looked terrible against Miguel Baeza. Yeah, he looked back in his form. Is it just he just can't hang with these top guys anymore, or was he just not there mentally? Like, I don't get it with Santiago Ponzinibbio. I want Ponzinibbio to be banging again. I want to see Prime Pons back, because he never really had a chance to beat Prime Pons. But Prime Pons, I think, is gone. Like, I think Neil Magny, Mike Perry, the guy who won all those fights, gone. It sucks, because he never really got a chance to be the best version of himself for long enough. So, sucks. And then to talk about Michel Pereira, you already know what you're getting with Michel Pereira. You're getting the craziest fight style in MMA, but he's gotten smarter. Like, if you look at him from the Conley and Sanchez fight to now, the Fiallo and Price fight, he will still gas, but he's learning to fight smarter. Like, he's on a nice 4-fight winning streak, beating Nico Price, Andre Fiallo, and Chaos Williams. All very, very good wins. Chaos, very good. Chaos is very good. Nico Price, crazy motherfucker. And Andre Fiallo's on a nice 2-fight winning streak since then, so, yeah. This fight should be a banger, should be fire of the night. A lot could happen in this fight. Pons can knock him out, Michel can knock him out. I don't see a sub. I could see a 3-round war. It's a very good, very, very, very good fight. Happy they booked it. When they booked it, I remember thinking like, damn, that's a banger they booked. So, and who? Bless me, thank you. Who am I going with in this fight? I want to pick Ponzinibbio, but I just can't. It's hard for me to pick Pons. I like Pons. I want Pons to be good again. I just don't think he is. So I will Michel Pereira by decision. And now the main event of the evening. A dog shit main event that I really don't want to talk much on. So, Holly the Preacher's Daughter Home versus Ketlin Phenomenal Vieira. Why is Holly Holm still main eventing cards in 2022 when she's 40? Good question. She knocked out Ronda Rousey. That was like 10 years ago. That's like fucking 10 years ago. Come on. I'm not gonna go deep into them. You know Holly Holm. She knocked out Ronda. You know what you get with her. You get point fighting. She's not knocking anyone out anymore. Her last 2 fights have been snooze fests. Like, she's just boring at this point. She's 40, man. She's 40. And then for Ketlin Vieira, I don't think she's that good. personally. Like, yeah, she beat Misha Tate, beat Eubank, Zingano, but Yana Kunitskaya and Irani Aldana whooped her badly. So, I don't think much of Ketlin. I think Holly's washed at this point. It's just a lose-lose situation. The betting odds have Holly minus 240. Are you fucking kidding me? I think Holly should be the minus 200. Like, I think Holly should be the favorite. It's just like, it's weird thinking Holly on minus 240 in 2022 at 40. So, sure, I think Holly's gonna point fight her way to a win. Ketlin's only key way she can win is a decision, maybe, or a WrestleFest. Which ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna out-wrestle Holly Holm. Like, name a fighter who's just been able to hold down Holly Holm. Usually Holly Holm's holding down the other fighter if anything like that's happening. So, yeah, I'm going to Preacher's and daughter by decision. To go over my picks one more time. Elise Reed decision, Chase Hooper decision, Jonathan Martinez decision, Euros Medic decision, might change that, I don't know. Joseph Almeida, lock of the night, knockout in the first. Joseph Holmes decision, Eric Anders decision, Tevez Arichi decision, Chidi Njukawani, knockout in the first, Michelle Pereira decision, and Holly Holm decision. So yeah, that's the video, guys. You'll hear from me 2 weeks from now for a breakdown of Jairzinho and Volkov. Hope you enjoy the card. Hope you enjoy if you can, enjoy a break without UFC. A week without UFC. So, nothing more I can think to say. 100 subs still to go by the end of the year. Come on, baby. Yeah, not anything more I can say. And, as always, RX.